Yo, what's good, y'all, man? It's your boy Casshyvee, man. Back at it again. Y'all see how it's vlog style, you feel me? But I'm on the way to fan base right now to get on the podcast. So if y'all haven't already and y'all watching this part right now, stay tuned, man, because I finna learn a little bit more about me. Alright, let's get into it.
Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Yeah. When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Tempest Tuesday, and I'm here with the one and only Casshyvee. How are you?
What's up, y'all? Man, I'm back again. I'm not back again. This is my first time on here, but it's not gonna be the last podcast y'all see me on. So I'm excited to be here. I definitely appreciate everybody who made it happen for me to be here. So I'll just tune in, man.
Thank you. So I want to start by asking you, where are you from?
So I'm from Harlem, New York, born and raised.
What was it like growing up in New York?
Growing up in New York is like, it's different. Like, living as a kid is different living in New York than living as a teenager and adult now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a kid, I never had to worry about, like, certain stuff. Like, I could eat in New York for probably, like a whole day. I could eat in New York for, like, $8.
No, never in Atlanta.
Never.
No.
$8?
$8.
Your meal probably, like, $16.
Yeah, I was just about to say $8. The most you going is McDonald's, if that. But, that's the most you going here. So that's cool.
So, to elaborate more, like, growing up in New York, it's like an experience in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, being in New York, being a city kid. Like, you know how people that's from Alpharetta be like, I'm going to the city here.
Yeah.
It's different than in New York. Like, everywhere is a city, basically. Yeah. Unless you go to Yonkers, Valley Stream, Rochester, stuff like that. That's, like, upstate and stuff like that. But you know how it is being from New York. Like, say you meet somebody from New York, and they like, oh, I'm from Buffalo. Mm-hmm. Buffalo? What are you talking about, Buffalo? Like,
nah, for real.
Then it's basically like somebody saying I'm from Atlanta, but they from Alpharetta.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like that. But I feel like me being from New York is just different. Like, because, okay, so you would be from a different city than I'm from. Mm-hmm. So you have different expectations. You got different, like, ways of life.
Yeah.
You have different ways of just being yourself because that's what you grew up around. Mm-hmm. So, like, me being from New York, I play basketball different. So I walk different. I talk different. I style different. Like, I talk different. Mm-hmm. So you feel me? So it's just like me. It's just me being, like, New York created me. Mm-hmm. Without New York, I wouldn't be me. That's how I feel.
Okay, I like that. So tell me, how did Casshyvee get started overall?
Yeah, that's a funny story. So in New York, going back to New York, you know how New York is, Facebook is popping in New York. Mm-hmm. Like, you tell somebody, oh yeah, you on Facebook down here? They're like, Facebook?
Yeah.
You don't got Instagram? Like, so Facebook is popping in New York, and my name on Facebook was V Billions. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dang, like, what can my Instagram name be? Like, I'm just starting Instagram. I'm like, what can my Instagram name be? And I'm like, Bills. Nah, that don't sound right. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, Casshyvee. That don't sound right neither. So I'm like, Casshyvee with one S. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, this might can work. Nah, that ain't working either. Mm-hmm. So I do Casshyvee with 2 S's. But you know how you look at something the first time, you write it down or type it look weird?
Yeah.
If you keep looking at it over time, it look good. Yeah, so I just left it. And then, you know, you only get to change your name on Instagram a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So that was my last time. It was like, I'm stuck with it basically. And I liked it. So I was like, okay, cool. That's where Casshyvee came from.
So then how did it turn into YouTube? Like, how did you get into YouTube?
So YouTube, like, this is like my current now. Like, YouTube wasn't like my plan, like, back then. My original plan was basketball. Like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Cause, like, back when in New York, my auntie passed. You know what I'm saying? God rest her soul. She passed in 2010.
Condolences.
I appreciate it. What's crazy is, like, the reason why I do everything for her is, like, bro, the day she passed is a crazy day. Like, she passed October 10th, 2010.
Oh, wow.
So I got a tattoo dedicated to her. It say 1010 DAs. So it say 10 as in TEN, 10 the number 10, then DS. Because obviously my auntie was Dominican, so we speak Spanish. So she just, like, she was a real inspiration to me. So it's just like, it's just crazy like that. Something like that could have happened. So me doing, like, stuff now and me just being able to motivate myself and keep going with the days as they go on is just like, who am I gonna do this for?
Yeah.
So, like, that being my first thing. So resorting back to the question is, I used to play tennis and soccer first. Like, she like, okay, so you could build stamina. Like, if you want to end up playing basketball, she was like one of those type aunties that's like your mama. And it's like, okay, whatever you want to do, we're going to put you in it and we're going to make sure that you good.
Yeah.
So she one of them aunties. She got the foldable chair. She sit on the side. She got the big hat.
Yeah.
She got the big hat with the sunglasses. And she's sitting over there with her little drink or whatever. And I'm playing soccer. I'm playing tennis. I'm not playing basketball yet. So I moved to Georgia and I started playing basketball my 9th grade year of high school. So I caught up real fast, but it was just like I really didn't like feel the love for it until like I really got like recognized by somebody, and it was like we needed to bring you to this camp. I started going to camps free. I started being able to like go like different places, and then like I got hurt for the first time. Like I fractured like a tendon in my knee, and I was out for like 4 or 5 months, and like it really like devastated me. I'm like, dang, what I'm gonna do type thing. But I was like, okay, I feel like I could do this though. And then like later as the time goes on, like I'm getting older, I'm getting better, I'm getting taller, I'm like everything is going on, like life is progressing. It's just like politics. Yeah. Like if you don't know this person or you don't know that person, you're not gonna get in that door. So it was like I got a couple offers. I had an offer from Georgia, I had an offer from University of South Charleston. I had like places like that and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. And then a series of events happened where I made an emotional decision in high school, and all of that got taken away.
Wow. But I mean, it worked out for you in the best though.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, back to what you was just saying, like, you know, trying to figure out who you going to do something for. It's weird that you say that, but my aunt passed in 2009, and then my grandma passed in 2015. But today's my auntie's birthday. But today is also the day my grandma passed. Yeah. So, like, it's tied into those. But my grandma was one of those people where it was, like, my mom. Like, I have my mom, of course.
Yeah, my condolences, though.
Yeah, thank you. But my grandma was more so of, like, a mother figure, whatever, because my parents was always, like, on the road. They was in the music industry. So they was always going around, and I would be always, like, either she coming on the road with us or, like, I'm staying home and I'm growing up with her. So it was for me, I feel like a lot of stuff happened to my family, like once those two people passed away, and it was just like a lot of transitions happening. Because believe it or not, like a lot of people don't know, but I growing up, my family was rich, but then a lot of people was like dying like back to back, and it turned into like depression. My mom hit depression like real bad, so like it kind of turned a lot of things over to like a new leaf, and it was like, but I'm grateful for the experience because I don't mind talking about that because it's like it helped me be humble to like other people and like be empathetic and stuff. Definitely. So it just be like, you know, I know from rich and I know from having nothing. So it's just like growing up, I don't know, I think that's for me, like who I do it for now is like my family because I feel like it's on me to like turn shit around. So I understand. So condolences to that, and I'll give you your flowers for that too. Thank you. I want to ask you, what inspires you on a daily?
Dang, that's crazy. I would say my supporters on YouTube. Like, I feel like my supporters on YouTube inspire me the most because like no matter what's going on, like they like, okay, we got you this, we got you that. Like what's crazy is my supporters on YouTube, like something that happened and they be like, oh V, we found it. Like bro, when I tell you they detectives, they gonna find it. Like, but they support me so much. Even with the negative comments, I don't even gotta reply to comments. I do sometimes just to the good ones, and they'll be like, oh V never gonna get to this accomplishment. They be like, bro, you dumb. Like he finna do it tomorrow. Like you get what I'm saying? And people be like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I feel like my supporters on YouTube is I would say they're one reason why I do it, but the main reason would be my auntie, like in my family. Cause I had my uncle and my sister die in the same year.
Oh, like, I'm sorry.
So my mission is like, bro, I gotta do this. Like if I quit, then I'll be considered a quitter. Yeah. And it's just like I can't never be that because it's just like if they were still alive, they'd be supporting me. They'd be doing whatever they need to do. If I tell my uncle to fly down here right now, he'd be like, all right, I'll be there tonight or tomorrow morning. Like they doing it for me, so why can't I do it for them? That's how I feel. Wow. So I would say my main reason is all three of them, my family, because whether anybody out there that's not my supporters on YouTube, know it or not, like I'm adopted. So like my family that I live with now, well, I don't live with my family, I live by myself, but so my family came down from Canada. They was living in Canada. So I came down first, got a house. I ain't know what to do. Like I just got a house first. So then I was like, my family need to come to the States. So I gave the family like my house that I was in, and I moved to a penthouse. And so now every time, like I ain't gonna lie, I used to visit my family like so much. But I got to a point where I was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to like want my family to get tired of me. But it's just me being myself. It's like, how your family gonna get tired of you? You feel me? So I was just like I'm gonna visit my family more. Like, I'm gonna go over there every day if I want to. Like if I got to. Like my mother loves seeing me. Like, but I'm just glad that my situation didn't affect me more than it already did, because it would make me feel like, dang, like Like, who are these people type
I was just about to say that. That's crazy. Like, all that you just said is crazy, but it's also just amazing because you being so young, I don't think a lot of people in that age range could deal with all that mentally and still trying to proceed their life to just growing unless, you just got that mission and you just want to accomplish that. But, like, that can take a toll on you a lot mentally. So, I commend you for that.
I definitely appreciate it. I know a lot of people be like how do you ask me, how do I stay motivated? Like, it be a point where, so I have friends, like, I'm gonna say that now, like, I have friends, or I don't even got friends, I got family, right? Like, close friends as family, and they in a tough situation right now. So I want to get to a point where I'm like, bro, quit your job, I got you. Come pull up with me, and you could do something for me to the point where it's benefiting both of us. But it's not just like, oh, you work for me type thing.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna help you build, but I'm gonna pay you for that because I don't want you slaving at a job.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel. That's how big I want to get, and I want to be like, dang, bro, you working a trash job?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, come edit these pictures for me, bro, for $2,000 a month.
Wow.
Like, you feel me? Like, that's how I want stuff to be, because at the end of the day, it's like they helped me get to where I am, but I took off first, but I'm not gonna leave them.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what happens, but another thing is like, okay, so say we in a situation, right? You got friends and they don't want to do the same thing you doing. And you tell them, come on, let's go, and they stay in the same spot. Nah, I'm
that
straight.
happened to me.
Like, and would you feel some type of way?
So what I did was, so I'm from the South Side, so it's hella different. Like, being from the South Side of Atlanta is just like, it ain't bad, but like, you got to get it out the mud. And that's just what it is. Like, of course, it's like it's Southern, and you got your families or whatever, but like, mind wise and mentally down there's nothing. Like, so there's nothing outside of, you either working a regular job, you either got a talent, or like, it ain't nobody or it's nothing around you really pushing you to really do what you want to do. And like, growing up with my friends, I kind of already knew what I wanted to do based off my family. Like, my family was in the industry, so it was like, that's all I was around my whole life. So I already knew, like, all right, shit, that's what I'm doing. I don't know what it might be, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
But I got people around me where they don't really know what they're gonna do. And then I kept saying, like, I would always tell my friends, like, shit, ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be a star. Like, I know that. Like, I know that's what I'm doing. This what I want to do. I'm like, y'all can do this. I used to be like telling people, like, before I even had a car, because I was probably like the last one to even get a whip.
Exactly.
And I used to be like, oh, let's go do this, let's go pull up here, just because, like, I feel like that's just networking.
Yeah.
But niggas was not hearing me. And it got to a point where I had to separate myself. And I felt so bad. And of course, people told me I changed. People told me I was like different, or like, I left them behind, all type of shit. And it wasn't even like that. But it's so crazy because I had to do that for like 3-4 years. I had to do that for 3-4 years where I had to be dolo and I had to meet new other people. I had to go hang with other people. But it's like, now it has circled back where I'm back with them. But it was like, now they understand what my vision was. They understood what I was trying to do. And it wasn't, back then, when you're young and y'all kids, everybody is low-key mean. And, everybody got opinions and stuff like that. You ain't really seeing your future. But for me, I seen my future when I was a kid.
Most
so
definitely.
it was just like, it was just different. But that happened to me. And it was like, I'm thankful for it because I just had to show it, and I did. So, like, of course, like, what I'm doing now, niggas is proud of me, and that's fine. I'm grateful for it. But it was just like, I did this shit by myself. Like, with my family, and stuff like that. But when it comes to, like, friend support, I'm the only creative in my group.
Yeah.
So, it's just, but, it's cool because that's what made me different. And I really don't want to never be the one in the room that got more shit going on than the next person. I want everybody around me doing stuff. So.
That's how my situation is. Like, so some of my people that I used to hang with, like, felt like I left them behind.
Yeah.
But I told them, like, the way I grew up is get right or get left.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't get right, so they got left. Like, it wasn't even like the fact of the matter of them getting left. I'm like, bro, come on, like, we got to do this. Like, bro, we can blow. Like, we could do this together.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wanted to understand what I was saying. So I'm like, if you're not gonna understand what I'm saying, then what's the point of me keep telling you over and over and over again? It's like you could lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it.
Yep.
So shit, they probably still thirsty, and I'm eating.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. Like. But it's not the fact of the matter of me trying to brag on them or boast or try to be big dog on them. It's like the fact of the matter of, like, I told you so.
Yeah. And it don't be feeling good. Niggas be thinking like, oh, that probably feel good for you to be sitting here talking about, oh, you got all this going on. But it's like, I'm still trying to figure it out. But, like, I don't know. I'm not that type. Like, I hate being the one feeling like it's just me. Like, I do not like that because I'm just not selfish to that. I be really wanting everybody to be feeling like how I'm feeling. And I don't even think I made it yet at all. Like, at all. I think I'm further than what I'm probably supposed to be.
Most
and, like,
definitely.
at my age. But it's like, I still think I got hella ways to go. But, shit, I'm on the way.
Most
so
definitely.
that's how I feel. But, yeah. My podcast is based upon the misunderstood. Do you feel misunderstood?
Elaborate. Like, what do you mean misunderstood?
Like, do you ever feel misunderstood by anything?
I feel like That's a great question. I feel like sometimes, yeah, like because like I have a Caucasian family. Some people be like, oh, like he gets whatever he want, like, type thing and stuff like that. Whether like probably no one knows this, like ever, like but my girl says like it took me 5 years to call my mother at home mom. Like I used to call her by her name, Miss. You know what I'm saying? Miss. And it's like I had to get comfortable. Like, and I'm just like, nah, bro, like nah, like. So just so people on the outside looking in, like, bro, privileged. Like he privileged. So being adopted is privilege. So you not being in a situation good enough to stay at home with your physical family is privilege. But people outside looking in is probably like, oh, he get whatever he want. He never had to grind. Bro, to this day, I've never asked my parents at home for a single thing. They just give it to me. Like, if I was to be like, Mom, I need 5 racks. Okay, what do you want? Cash App, PayPal? Do you need it through wire transfer? They gonna do it. Cause it's the simple fact that like, I grind like so bad. Like I never asked them for nothing. Like, so boom, high school, I used to ask my mom for her food stamp card. I'm like, Mom, can I get your food stamp card? She like, we don't have one. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, can I get some money and I'm gonna pay it back? So what I used to do, I used to buy snacks from Sam's Club, sell them in school, and then get cheese and stuff like that, and then I give my parents the money back. Like, why are you giving us this back? Like, we don't want it. But it's the simple fact that I could have asked them for the money. Like, can I get this to buy this? And then boom, I started selling shoes.
You flipped it.
And then it's just like, you take one thing and lead to another. So it's just like, if somebody ever telling you like, bro, you can't do this, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even twins are one of one. Because one twin can have 6 eyelashes and the other one can have 5. Y'all never gonna be the same person because y'all don't think the same. Y'all think the same, but y'all never gonna be the same. You was born alone, you gonna die alone, bro.
Facts. So how does it feel being so young, knowing you are more ahead than most your age?
I feel like it feels like a blessing, like, because it could easily been taken away, like, but I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like that thought was being put in my head, like the people in my life passed away, like, for a reason. Like, it's like, yeah, you could be mad, you could be angry, but it's like nothing's really honestly gonna bring them back. So yeah, I feel like I'm way ahead because a lot of people like working. It's like what people fail to realize is nothing wrong working a 9-to-5 job. Like, if you getting stuff paid, you getting stuff done, you taking care of your family, take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 job. But the social media in my generation now, in our day and age, make it look like, oh, a 9-to-5 job, you lame.
I hate it.
Like, what, bro? I'm doing what I need to do to be able to put myself in a better position to where I can stop working a 9-to-5 job. But even that though, people like Jeff Bezos works a 9-to-5 job. He goes to a corporate office and sits in there and sees like, what's the new thing I'm gonna put on Amazon, or what's the new thing I'm gonna buy so I can get more money. Even if he's sitting in his house, he's still working from a time to a time. You don't gotta be specifically flipping burgers or picking up trash. Like, you could be at home working a 9-to-5 job. Like, it don't really matter. The richest people work like that.
Social media fucked that up the most though. So when did you realize you mastered the YouTube algorithm, or just felt like you were more comfortable in mastering of what you were doing?
I don't feel like I've mastered the YouTube algorithm, but I just feel like I mastered the art is in maximizing on my platform. And I feel like I'm gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger because, like, honestly, this is not to brag or anything, but I gained like probably like 2,000 subs in like 4 days. But it's a simple fact of key thing. Like, y'all be asking me how I do it. Consistency. That's it. Be consistent. I post every single day on YouTube. Like, I think this is probably like my 50th day, 56 days of being consistent every day on YouTube.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I think when I met you, you was just now starting for real. And I feel like that was like, I think it's like, but it's like a year now, but like way surpassed than when I first met you.
Like 2-3K subs when we first met.
Yeah.
And now I'm finna hit 60.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's like, consistency is key. But it's just like, YouTube algorithm, I don't think I'm gonna ever master that. That's like a science. Like, you gotta sit down, you gotta put some glasses on, you gotta study that shit. Like, it's so crazy because like, shit like changed, but I look at it and I got a note in my phone that's like, okay, this is the best drop day from this time to this time. This is the best drop day. But you just got to look at analytics. Like, you just got to look at stats and see what the best time for you is, because what's better for you wouldn't be better for me.
Right.
So I just feel like I haven't mastered it yet, but it's on the way.
Okay. So what is it a lot of people don't know, such as obstacles that you go through creating content on an everyday basis?
Finding a video. Like, some days I just be like, dang, like yesterday. I didn't know I was gonna be able to post a video yesterday. I'm like, dang, what am I finna post? Like it's every single day. Like I don't miss a day. Ever since was that April 14th, I believe, or 13th, I have not missed a day of posting.
That's good.
And it's June now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's definitely consistency though.
I'm on the road to 60 days. Like when I hit 60 days, it's gonna be like, dang.
You gotta celebrate that one though.
Yeah, most definitely. But the hardest thing is probably coming up with a title and the thumbnail. Like, what am I gonna do today? Type thing. Because you rarely meet people that do stuff every single day.
I was just about to say that. So do like on a normal, like do you have to really like plan that out, or is it just like, okay, fuck it, I'm just about to wake up and
how my day goes is I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing that I tell my supporters, right? So I wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower. I sit in my game room for probably like 15 minutes. What can I do today? But the number one thing you gotta have as a YouTuber is money. Like money management for a YouTuber is like heavy because you can go out and try a new place to eat. That's your video. But if you don't have no money to be able to do that, it's like
stagnant.
Yeah. Like you stuck. So a lot of people be like, oh, I'm finna get this check. I'm finna spend it on some drip. I guarantee you, I probably have 4 designer pair of shoes and no designer clothes. I don't got no gallery. I don't have no Louis Vuitton shirts. I don't got nothing like that. But the only thing I can say that's kind of like designer, but not really, is Bape. Cause I'm a Bape fanatic. Like I love it, but like I don't feel like money management. That's all I'm gonna say. Money management as a YouTuber or shit as a regular person is huge because you never know when something can occur and you're gonna need that back end. So
okay. So I have this question: are you a risk taker when it comes to making decisions, or do you take the time to think on it?
I think I'm a little bit of both because it might be some instances where I'll be like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, and then there might be some instances like, I don't know about that one. I gotta think about that. But it was like it was one instance I could say with my newest car. Like I was like, damn. Like I know I could do that, but it's like, do I want to do that though? Hell yeah, boom. And it was just like, I'm there, like I'm doing it. Like I'm not worried about nothing else, but specifically what I got going on. So I say I'm a little bit of both. Are you a risk taker?
I definitely am. I think I have to be because if I dwell on something too much, then I probably won't do it. And then I feel like I'm gonna knock on wood, but I can't because this table might, interrupt the video. But I want to say I noticed that when I be taking risks, that shit be beneficial at the other end. And it's like people be scared to take risks, but for me, my risk ain't illegal. So like my risk just be some shit that could probably just change my life in a good way. So it's just like, why not take it? And then I'm the one person where I feel like I don't take L's. I don't call them L's for real. That should be lessons to me. Yeah,
I knew it. So, I knew you shouldn't say that.
That should be lessons because I feel like, well, shit, if this shit didn't work this time, then next time I really know what to do. So then I'm gonna work that out next time, and I'm gonna figure out how to do that next time. So just be like,
it taught you something.
It ain't no L. It's a lesson learned, and I'm gonna figure out the next time I got it. So I'm definitely a risk taker, and my family be really mad at me about stuff like that. But like I can't think on stuff so much unless it's just really where I have to. But if I know that I want to do it, and in my brain it makes sense, fuck what anybody else think, I'm about to do it. Because it's going to work out. Like, I had that faith in knowing things of what I choose to do and just say that it's going to happen. And if it don't, it wasn't meant to be.
You're more of like a person, so you believe in stuff like law of attraction and speaking things into existence?
Yes. Yes, that, and just, I feel like just thinking on it in your brain of whether that's when you sleep, you going through your everyday life. I could be at work or just like telling myself like, oh, I'm gonna do that and it's gonna work. It's just gonna work. I know it don't have a choice to work because when I started off doing was at first like my career path was A&R work, right? But I stopped because I'm not gonna say I stopped because I don't have a problem doing it. It's kind of what the same thing I do now. But in a deeper hole, what I used to do was I was an A&R. So what that really means, if people don't know, is when you're working with an artist, for example. That's artist development. So I'm helping take this artist to like a whole nother level, right? And I'm that artist's brain. I'm that artist's clothing. I'm that artist's visuals, like everything. It ties into one. But if you're working with someone that do not want to listen or just personally just, artists are very narcissistic. Nobody knows that, but they're very narcissistic. So if they don't want to trust you or they don't want to listen to you, it pushes you back because you end up having so much faith in this person more than they got faith in their own damn self. Exactly. So I kind of stopped. I was like, if I got the formula to this shit and I know what to do to make this shit happen, why not just do it to myself? Okay. So I stopped doing that and I turned the attention to myself. So really, people don't even call to me to help with that shit like no more. Just because, and it ain't like I won't even help. I will help, but I just feel like right now I'm so focused on me that it's like I'm about to get that time back and I'm about to put it in me. And it's just like, if I know what to do, why not do it? So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. But that is where I started. I was doing A&R work.
Okay.
So definitely risk taker, because it's like, shit, you're going to sit there and keep thinking about it. I don't know. You might as well say, fuck it, don't do it. Yeah. What's the point? Too much time.
I'm a little bit more of a risk taker than I think about it. Because when I got my penthouse, I was talking to my brother. Yeah. He said, you finna pay what for what? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But what happened is the reason why I mainly got it is because it's going to force me to work harder. I know I got to pay bills. Like, I know I got to do this. Like, you got a house, you know what I'm saying? You got a mortgage. And so it's like, it's a small amount. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people probably pay, on an average, like no more than 3 racks for a mortgage of a decent sized home. So what I told my brother, he like, what? Like, he looking at me like, are you crazy? I'm like, nah, bro, this is the plan. So when I do this and I do that, this is gonna come out to that. He like, okay, I trust it. I believe it. And I was talking to him yesterday. He like, you did it. That's what I'm gonna say, you did it. You did it. It's cool. You did it. I believe in you.
That's good. So I am aware. Was it your track car? I want to say it was your track car. That I'm aware one of your cars got stolen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How did that happen? And what was your true reaction? Because I would have been sick.
Bro, it was like this can't be true type thing. So boom. So what happened was I'm at my man's Jet house. Jet, I don't want to disclose his location, but he lived by the Benz Stadium or whatever. I'm not gonna say where. Okay, but he lived by the Benz Stadium and stuff like that. So he getting on stream and helping him with his stream stuff. Cause my youngin', my little cousin Elianza, he be helping me with this stuff. So I'm like, okay, I know how to do this. So boom, I set it up for him and stuff like that. So I'm like, I fall asleep on the couch. And Jet, he like, yo, if you on stage, just go in the guest room and you know what I'm saying, go to sleep. I'm finna head to the crib. I go outside. I'm trying to unlock my car through the door. I'm like,
I would have passed out.
I'm like, hold on. I'm like, damn, my battery must have died. I gotta call AAA and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, bet. I go outside. It's nothing but broken glass on the ground. I'm like, I know I parked right here. So me being me, I'm beeping the keys at the empty parking spot. So I'm like, nah, bro, like something like. No. And I called Jet. He like, nah, you BS, and he in stream or whatever. He come outside. He like. I'm like, and it was in the fact that like that somebody like took it from me, like, cause I be mad for other people too. But it's the fact that like, what do I be doing to anybody? Like, what did I do to deserve this? You feel me? Like, I'm like, that's dang, funny. Y'all really took my joint. Then it's the fact that like, I love my Jeep. Like, if I had so much space, it was fast too. So I'm like, okay. And then it's a simple fact that like it was mine. Like I paid for this.
There wasn't no cameras around or nothing for you to run it back. I mean, yeah, they don't care.
People say I go to his leasing office. Guess what they tell me? What? We can't give you the footage because we don't want you to know the person and go do anything that's crazy. Oh no,
it ain't going down like that. My car gets stolen and you don't want to give me my footage.
I said okay, and the police pull up. Guess what they say?
What?
We're gonna let you know. I still haven't heard back from him to this day.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Police really don't care too much about like when stuff gets stolen. Like, okay, you go start doing donuts somewhere. Oh, they coming. They coming. I'm telling you,
I feel like it's
coming.
one thing to break somebody's window, okay, steal something. But to steal my whole car is just unbelievable. And I don't know. I would have sat in that parking deck that whole night on the ground because I couldn't deal with something like that because I just wouldn't know what to do.
Now, I feel like the reason why I be so calm about everything now is because the one thing that stuck with me that my auntie and my sister told me is never get mad at something you can't control.
That's true.
So if I would have, I was in awe. I'm sitting there like, yo, y'all dead ass right now.
Car?
Like, I'm like, all these times I be seeing this on ATL Scoop and all this type of stuff, and now it's me.
Damn.
But I ain't even post about it. I'm like this because people want to see you down. So they like, okay, cool. Like, they want to see you down. They want to see you down and out. They want to see you bad. They want to see you on your ass, basically. So I'm not gonna let nobody see me like this. I posted on YouTube like, yeah, they stole my car, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm a YouTuber and I gotta post content and let them know what's going on. But like post on Instagram, getting mad, going live, doing all that stuff, I ain't gonna do it. Cause it's just like, there's no reason to exert all that energy. All I'm gonna do is tell my insurance. I'm gonna count how many times, like, count my blessings basically, but I had to stop doing it because you got so many you can't count them.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm glad you was able to figure that out.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's kind of deep. But so I do want to know about your clothing brand. Can you give the name a shout out for me though?
Oh, my clothing brand is Carpe Vestem, CarpeVestem. Carpe Vestem.
So how do you balance out both having that and a YouTube?
That's crazy. But I know you probably gonna ask what's the meaning behind it. So the meaning behind Carpe Vestem, it means claim your clothing in Latin. So claim your clothing is basically like, if you got something on you, like, I got on Carpe Vestem. Like, if somebody got on gallery department, they gonna be like, I got on gallery, what you got on? Like, when people wearing my stuff, I'm like, I got on CV, what you got on? Like, it's like, claim your clothing. But how do I balance it? It's crazy. So recently what just happened is I was working with a manufacturer from China. And like, bro, when I tell you I ordered them hoodies in March and they just got here last month.
They be taking forever.
Bro, this lady told me, oh, Chinese New Year.
Yeah, that's what
4
it be.
times in a row.
That's what it be.
Y'all got 4 Chinese New Years in 1 year.
That's what it be.
I'm like, all right, bro, this is crazy. Like, this is not happening to me right now. And I did the pre-order method. So it's 2 methods you can do. You can pre-order or pre-made, which is the bulk order method. So I'm like, okay, like I'll keep texting her what's going on. But when you work with Alibaba, it's like a terms of services agreement you have to sign. So they can ship your hoodies whenever they want. They can ship whenever they want to. And you're not able to get no type of refund, no type of compensation or anything because you already signed the terms of services and stuff like that.
Yeah, I used them when I was selling my sunglasses, and it was cool, but I felt like it was a little risky with some of the stuff that I was getting back, because some stuff didn't look as how, of course, the pictures and stuff like that, and of course they tell you, oh, order, testers and stuff like that, but I feel like what stopped me on that was the shipping process and how long the shit took. I'm like, no, I need to get this because it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I have patience, sometimes I don't. So, and I learned. I had
to get new manufacturers and all of that. Now I got a manufacturer list that I sell of all verified manufacturers. So like, now that I'm good, but I just got a couple new ones, and I'm testing them out before I want to sell them to other people. I test them out to make sure they're good. So I'm testing them out right now, see how this gonna go. But as far as balancing, it goes hand in hand. Cause like, you wear your own stuff and like you look good and you feel good in it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna sell this, and then it's just like, it really don't take away from nothing. Cause I can make a whole video about packing orders. So
do you wear your clothing a lot?
I really can't right now because I only just recently dropped hoodies. But as far as like old stuff, yeah, I do. Like I play basketball in my stuff. Like I wear it a lot. So yeah.
Okay, so are you ever skeptical on letting the world dive into your everyday life?
They are now. Like anything I do, like I'm vlogging right now, so they're gonna see like the behind the scenes of what we got going on. So
what about before? Like when you first got started, was you a little skeptical?
Just a little bit, because of like I didn't really know how YouTube worked for real. So I was like, dang, they gonna know where I be at type thing. And this is like my boy had to tell me like, you gonna be gone, bro. I'm like, you right. So I'm like, okay. I kind of was a little bit, because like I know like a lot of instances happen where people kind of like, I'm gonna say plot, but they plot on like where you at and what you doing, who you with, and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to like disclose any type of personal information.
That's what I'm learning right now, because it's like, well, I feel like if you don't know me, you probably would think that like I'm very like open and stuff like that, but like I use my social media as my resume, honestly. Like, yeah, I show like regular stuff like that, but I use a lot of it as, just what I do my career-wise and stuff like that. But at the same time, when you know me personally, for real, I'm very private. So I'm trying to like balance that into like getting more comfortable to being like okay with like, letting the world really, really into my life. And it's nothing that like, I'm hiding or anything, but I'm learning that and I'm getting better. But yeah, I just really wanted to know that. Like, was you skeptical at first?
Yeah, I definitely was. At first, I definitely was.
Okay. So what does Casshyvee plan on doing in the next couple of years to expand him as a brand?
The things that I'm really like working on is like my clothing brand. So when I hit 60 days, my clothing, so I think I'm gonna go past 60 days. So when my clothing stuff like officially touches down, I'm not gonna be able to drop every day because I'm gonna be so focused on my clothing, marketing. I'm gonna be doing like ads and all that different type of stuff. I'm gonna be so focused on that. But I'm telling myself like, okay, if I'm still able to post every day while maintaining that too, I'm gonna be good. But it's like, okay, maybe I need to take a mental break and really focus on my clothing, because my clothing been put to the side so long. It's like basically my clothing and my YouTube are like my 2 children. It's like my clothing brand is like my abandoned child. Like I abandoned that child, but I'm so focused on this one that I'm not showing that with no love. So I got to get them back equal to the point where it's like I love both of these children the same. So when my clothing brand comes back, I'm really gonna take time. It's like I really got to show my brand love, like the same love I've been showing my YouTube. So it's like I really gotta I can't really cut off my YouTube because it's like they one and the same. Like I would say like my clothing brand, my YouTube is like twins. Like one can be bigger than the other, or they can fluctuate together.
Okay. So this question: how do you pick your friendships, and how do you know that they're genuine, especially with being what you do?
How do I pick my friends? Really, I don't really got friends. Like being honest, I got like nothing but family. So like even if like I meet a new person, you know what I'm saying, you gotta feel them out, like see how they feeling. If they're on the same goal as you, seeing if they doing the same thing that you're doing. Like if people just always be like you meet somebody new and they be like, oh, where you stay at, or what you do, or how can I get money like you? Like I understand that you trying to grind at the end of the day, but it's like what's your ultimatum? Like what you got going on? And then it's just like some people just be trying to get on, and people are like they'll leech off you and mooch off you, and then that's just it. But like genuine, you can't really like necessarily like tell right off. Like you gotta feel somebody out. You gotta catch a couple feelers, see how energy rocking and going and stuff like that. But as far as my family, I love all my family. Like that's just that.
Do you find, have you ever been in a situation where friends pocket watch you?
Nah, not me personally, but I've seen it like with my eyes before.
Okay.
But it wasn't like necessarily like my family or anything, like my friends or anything.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean that happened to me, but that's just normal shit.
That's normal to pocket watch?
No, it's not. It's not normal for it to happen. But you know, when you have a person that being yourself and like you know you love what you love or these things you have, there is people that will pocket watch you. So
nah, somebody had told me before I got my haircut. Somebody was like, "Can you even afford that?"
That's crazy.
So I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna get a bust down watch and I'm finna get a haircut. He said, bro, chill. Just get a scat. Like, I don't know. Like, you doing too much. I'm like, damn. That's how niggas feel. Like, I'm like, all right, watch this. Sending the picture like this. Like, come on. Like, you said I couldn't do it, but I posted up right in front of my car, sending my picture just like this with my Hellcat in the back. Like,
that's crazy. I remember one time, well, this person wasn't even my friend. I really didn't even know this person like that, but they were like in the same room as me. And I was on the computer, and at this point, I'm like online shopping, but I really wasn't even at the point where I was like, shit, I'm finna check out. It was just like, you know, you going on stuff and you throwing shit in the cart. Woo, woo. So on my screen, I'm guessing Shawty just looking over at my computer screen. And I'm like looking at these ricks. Cool. So I guess she peeping the price. And she goes, she take it upon herself and she says out loud, damn, you got that in your account right now? And I right there, I was just like, to me, that's weird. Like, people like that, it's weird to me because in my brain, I don't care. Like, I'm not staying nobody pockets, what they order and what they want to do, because that's your stuff. Like, that's your money. You work hard for that. That's what you do. It really ain't none of my business. Even if you tricking to get it, that's your business. Like, so it's just like, that threw me off because I was just like, it's crazy that showed me, like, people really be doing stuff like that. And then when you bold enough to really say it out loud, it's unbelievable to me.
Okay, so I got a question for you. When it comes to, like, friendships and stuff like that, so if we friends, right, and I tell you something, are you going to go back and tell somebody else what I told you?
No. I mean, if we friends, then what you told me has to stay with me because you told me that. And if you didn't give me the right to be like, oh, go talk about that with that person, then nah.
Then it stays between friends, right?
Stay between us.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it depends. Okay, so say, well, I'm going to hit you with that. If we in a friend group, it's like 3 of us, right? But we all close in the same way. Yeah. But, because this happens with friend groups all the time. So sometimes 2 out of the group might talk without that person, just like on some regular shit. But would you be upset if they were conversing about something you had going on and they both knew? Or would you be upset that you wasn't in that conversation?
I would be, if it was like something to the point where it was like, okay, it was about me, and I'd be like, why don't y'all just add me in or ask me about it? Because we can all talk about it together. Like, we all cool, we all friends, we can talk about it together. So it's just, I would be mad at the fact that I wasn't there while the situation was being discussed.
Yeah, because you just really never know.
Because it's like if the situation was flipped on the other side, and it was me and somebody else talking about it, the other person, like, it don't matter who it is. It could be like your mom. You talking to your mom about your auntie. Your auntie be like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they would feel the same way that you feel.
Yeah, I agree. But I also, too, in friend groups, you know who your person, like, say we all cool, but, like, I feel like you know in that group who really you really, really close to.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I feel like certain stuff I might just share with that person that I'm not even sharing with, nobody else. So I definitely would I'm holding that main person accountable that I really, really trust that much, because it's just like, shit, you really already got half of my life in your hands in a certain way. So I just feel like with your loyalty gotta stand with me. And when that person probably like brought me up in a way, you gotta shut that shit down, because my loyalty is with you and yours is with me. So yeah, that's how I am. I get that.
Okay, bet.
I had a last question. My last question is, do you see yourself doing YouTube forever, or do you see yourself doing anything else?
Forever.
Forever.
Like, forever. I told my mom, I said I want to have twins. If I have bro, I'm gonna be lit. I have twins, boy, I'm gonna be so lit. But I'm gonna help out though. I ain't gonna be like, I'm gonna be outside doing whatever I'm doing. I'm not really like an outside person anyway, but I have to physically go outside to get my footage and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't, but I do. But if I have twins, bro, that's gonna be so lit. I already got their names picked out. Like,
oh my God.
Like,
you want girls or boys?
Boys. I need boys. Like, but the thing about it though, my son, like one of my sons, like one of the twins, he can want to box and the other one can play football. I don't care. If they don't want to play sports, I don't care.
Yeah.
But see, I didn't go to college, so I'm not gonna force them to go to college. Like, if they be like, Dad, I don't want to go to college. All right, what you gonna do? What's your plan? Like, that's my main key every time. Like, what you gonna do when you need something? Like, I got you, of course. Like, we gonna be wealthy, we gonna be lit, and everybody gonna be jealous, of course, because just like, dang, why his dad Casshyvee, like they dad Casshyvee.
Yeah, you kind of just formed a question that I want to ask now. What do you think of when people say, if you don't go to college, nothing's really gonna work out for you? Because I didn't go to college. I tried. Let me say, so I finished off high school homeschool. Yeah. But just because I was homeschooled 1st through 3rd grade on the road, whatever. Yeah. I went back to school. I was really school to school for real, because I was always like moving different little things or whatever. And high school, I changed counties from where I'm from. And I just wasn't fucking with the school, wasn't fucking with the people. Really, I didn't care for them like that. And I went back to homeschool to finish off high school. So out of high school or whatever, in my mind, I already knew, like, I don't want to go to college or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'll try it online just for, my mom or whoever, which she wasn't really tripping, because, like I said, we grew up in, like, the artsy world, creative world. So it's just like, you're going to figure it out. So, but I had peers, which is so crazy because I didn't know this, though, until, like, maybe last year, that, like, stuff was, like, said about me as if, like, oh, she ain't go to school. Like, what's she going to do? Like, oh, shit ain't going to work out, da-da-da. But, like, I don't really think like that. But, like, what do you think? I mean, you say you didn't go to school, so.
Honestly, if you asking me, I can say what I want to say.
Yeah.
Man, I'm saying fuck school. Like, man, because what's so crazy is when I used to be a videographer, like, my mom used to tell me, like try to go to videographer class. I listened to her. I'm like, okay. But then I'm like, nah, Mom, I'm not doing that. Because simple fact that I know shortcuts that the teacher wouldn't know. And it's like, I'm not finna let nobody tell me how I'm supposed to live my life. You get what I'm saying?
It was my attention span.
I was just saying that on the way here, like in the car. I'm just like, damn, if I was president, being completely honest, I would make all school past 12th grade free. Because people be stressed out. Students kill themselves because they being so stressed out. And then it's really hard to be a college student with a job.
Yeah.
Like, my brother's a college student right now. He got 9 more years of school because he finna be a doctor.
That was one of my fears, being broke in school. I ain't want that. And you can make a way and you do jobs, but it's just like, I feel like that's so much. For me, it was like, it wasn't even that I just didn't want to go. It was like, oh, I already know what I want to do. School is not going to help me do what I need to do unless I go to like an art school or whatever. But still on that, like, I'm a hands-on person. I got to do stuff hands-on. I got to be in face. I have to be right there. I don't want to look at a book. I don't want to do anything. I'm one of the people where if you tell me the sky blue right now, I got to go see it because
I'm telling you, that's me, bro. Somebody got...
I got to go see it.
I don't care. Somebody could be like, yo, you seen Tempest? Her hair orange. Yeah.
No.
Like, yeah, I gotta go see.
I gotta go look at it. So it's just like, school ain't finna tell me what to do or like how to do it. None of that. I have to see stuff for myself. And people might call me hard headed for shit like that, but I don't care. Like, school was just gonna be stagnant. I was gonna be bored. My attention span was gonna be off. Yeah, no.
The only thing I would say about like being hard headed is just like when it comes to like certain stuff and somebody already did it before and they tell me like, nah, I don't do that because I did it before and it did not work out like that. I'm like, all right, bet. But if it's like something when they be like, I don't feel like you should do that because like it's not gonna come out the way you think, I'll be like, I got a plan. Like that's every time anything I want to do. So like I was saying about my kids, like my son be like, I got a plan, Dad. I'm finna be a astrophysicist. What you finna do? I gotta go to school for 4 years, then I gotta go do undergrad for another 3 years, then I gotta go do this and I gotta go do that. Oh, you got a plan? I'm good. How much you need? What you need? I'm valid with that. Yeah. But it's just like I'ma always have a plan, but sometimes your plan don't always work out. But
that's true.
It's like I always got a backup.
Yeah, and to everybody, this is nothing to you guys that go to school. I applaud you guys for going, but me personally,
y'all stronger than me, bro.
Me personally, no, because I'm also a person where like, say I go put on an outfit and I come to you and be like, hey, what you think it is? If you sit there and tell me no, I gotta go wear it just because you told me no.
Yeah. Because
it's just like, why did you say no? And I'm too busy thinking about like, did you really like it? And you just felt like, maybe I shouldn't wear it, or I'm gonna go in there and I'm about to transform something else to make that shit look good. By the time I walk out that room the second time, you're gonna fold my fit. But just because you told me no, I got to put it on.
Yeah,
that's how I be feeling. I don't know if that's an ego thing or whatever.
Nah, it's a lot of instances where I told people like, this shit hard. Like I showed some shoes, a jacket, a shirt, some pants, some shorts, something. And they're like, that shit ass. I put it on. They're like, that shit hard. Exactly. It's just like people don't think the way you. That's why I'm saying like you are one of one. That's why my whole slogan, like that's what my chain means. Just be you. Like at all times, like just be you. Yeah. Because that's how you gonna win at life. If you was trying to be somebody else, you would have been Tempest.
No. What? Do you know a Tempest?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, nah. No, I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I was born different. Period. My name is hella different. So like I have to stick with that on my everyday basis of just being different. Cause it's like shit. My name ain't Sierra. My name is not Cameron. Yeah. It's nothing. So I just feel like and then my name actually. Well, I was named by my brother, but my name actually means storm. So I wish it was Storm though, but then it would be like, oh, what would make that different? But
you could go change it at the court.
I think that's my ego, but that's my ego
from when ego?
Yeah, like when I do music, that's my name. It wouldn't be Tempest.
Now it is.
It would be Storm for sure.
Okay, bet. Nah, but to everybody out there that do go to college and that's in school right now, like I wouldn't say quit just because we saying quit. Like at the end of the day, you are you, bro. And if you got a main goal and you want to do something, do it. But the only thing I'm telling y'all is you don't have to go to school to achieve your goals. Because a lot of people dropped out of school. Like most of the richest people in the world right now, probably either high school dropouts or college dropouts. So just analyze yourself and know what you can do and never tell yourself you can't.
That part. Well, I know we talked y'all ears off today, but I hope y'all tune into the video. And I want to say thank you again for coming. And please shout out your socials.
Oh, my socials. I'm Casshyvee on all platforms with 2 S's. CASSHYVE on all platforms. Anywhere you want to see me, I'm going to be there.
And we're out.